Blessed day, my people. So in today's video, I want to talk about some shocking news that came out on social media, and it is alleged that Steve Francis, which is the coach of Elaine, Thompson, will now be coaching Shacarri, Richardson. You understand? So people, very, very shocking news for me I see right about now. I can't actually believe this, but I also have an article to read to you guys, and as usual, you can leave in the comments. Let me know if you believe the rumors or not. And also, I want to talk about Tanya Stephens exposing what happened to her while she was 17 years of age. Yes, people, Tanya Stephens, I make the world know that she did get raped by a dancehall artist. So that's a very, very serious topic we have to talk about. And Tanya Stephens also went live and explained the situation, as I say. But anyway, people, we're going to start off with Steve Francis basically talking about Nike reaching out to him to actually start to train some international athletes and stuff like that. You see, my people? So I guess that's where the speculation come from. So anyway, let's get into the story. So it says, Francis considering coaching international star. Veteran coach Steve Francis has confirmed that he is considering an opportunity to condition a top international female sprinter at the request of Nike, the American sports goods manufacturer, which sponsors both Francis and the unnamed athlete. Francis, who looks set to lose his top sprinter Elaine Thompson, who has indicated her intention to leave the University of Technology-based program, admitted that he has been approached by Nike to condition an international athlete, an occurrence which he described as a regular request from his sponsors. I am a Nike coach, and Nike considers me to be best performing coach, and they want as many Nike athletes as they can get into my training situation, Francis told the Sunday Gleaner. All I can say is that Nike has the right to demand, maybe not demand, but advise or request that I coach people that they want me to coach, Francis added. He pointed to his program's success over the years as a major factor behind the usual request and shared that the contractual dynamics of Jamaica's top athletics prospects, many of whom are sponsored by rival shoe companies, result in constant efforts to add to his cohort of Nike-backed athletes. Over the years, because we have always had success, we won 4 Olympic 100 meters gold medals in a row and a whole pile of world championship gold medals. So because athletes like those have been present here, we have been able to tell Nike that, look, there are a lot of excuses we can give. We can't really get anybody here else, but at this point in time, as far as we know, we will have one of those people, international athletes. What I can say is that we are under some amount of pressure to get other Nike athletes. When pressed of the identity of the potential addition, Francis stated, I can tell you when the season starts who I am coaching. This is always a process which is in play every year. But as long as I have Jamaican Nike people around, we usually stick with what we have. However, with Thompson looking for a way out of the club, a slot might be open up for one of Nike's top names to join Francis' training program. What I will say is that Nike has by far the most athletes, certainly among sprinters, and at any given time, they can tell me that they would like to see me coach any given person. I cannot at this point tell you. In fact, I can never tell you who Nike has requested me to coach, Francis shared. In addition to training some of Jamaica's top athletes to international success, such as Thompson Asafa Powell, Bridget Foster Hilton, Shellyan Fraser Price, Melanie Walker, Kali Spencer, Nesta Carter, Michael Frater, Sharon Simpson, Ronald Levy, and many others. Francis has also conditioned several overseas athletes in the past, such as Great Britain's Dwayne Chambers. Bahan athlete Sada Williams is currently being coached by Francis. Francis' program on paper is separate from MVP Track Club's Puma back setup, which is headed by his younger brother, Paul Francis, and includes household names such as Sherika Jackson, Stephanie Ann McPherson, Dane Richards, Tajay Gale, and Janive Russell, who are all sponsored by Puma. So yes, people, now you can see where the speculations come from, you understand? But of course, if it is Shacarri Richardson, him can't just come out and tell you like that, you understand? You have to actually wait till the season starts, and then he can tell you all of the athletes that he will be coaching. You see, my people? So, boy, oh boy, may I tell you, Nike no easy still, you know, people. Them not easy at all. And the thing is, you know, because I heard that Elaine split from Nike, right? And Nike link with Francis, so I think they are actually playing the field and basically are use, Shacarri for kind of intimidate Elaine and thing. I don't know, people, I could be wrong, but at the end of the day still, we see what's going on. It's alleged that Elaine want to leave MVP club, even though it is not confirmed yet, but you can see that some rumors, it kind of true in a way, because Francis say I'm not surprised if Elaine does not come back to training, and from him can say so as the coach, then of course, say rumors and talks are being made and thing, you see it. Plus, him team actually come out and say they got a letter from Elaine. You see it, people, but we know a lot of persons are going to be upset if he actually is coaching Shacarri Richardson. Remember, say Shacarri that who taught down and, the athletes, them and act all hyper and stuff like that, people. So, boy, oh boy, what a piece of sin thing. Nike, you have no money still, and people, you know say politics in every little thing. Remember, say Nike is a rich company, and that is how Steve Francis can make some big money now if him actually coach her, you understand? And obviously Nike sponsor them and all of them type of thing. So it's obvious that if Nike come and tell him, say, look, we need you for train such and such a person, he cannot tell them no, because him have a contract with them and all of that. You understand, people? So I saw the thing going on. But let me know what you guys think about this. Of course, I will be following this story very closely, because as soon as him let the cat out of the bag, me definitely I come make you know. You understand? But as I say, a lot of persons are speculating that it's Shacarri Richardson. So I don't know, people. What if Elaine Thompson actually stays? Let's say she nobody leave the club, right? And she stay. Can he actually coach her and Shacarri at the same time? Is that some form of conflict? Well, I don't think it's a conflict still, because he's a coach. But boy, how that would have worked out? Can he actually push Shacarri to be the fastest woman in the world? Is Roman Seka people. Let me tell you this. A coach is very important, right? Don't feel like say Elaine could have done all of that without him being there and helping her and thing. Yes, obviously a fair foot fast and thing, but a coach tell you how to move her faster and how to do this and that. You understand? Even Usain Bolt, as fast as him is, he needed a coach as well. So, what for us watch and say? And this is a good coach, and I think if him actually get him hand pan Shacarri, a trouble dead. Remember me telling you that. But anyway, people, let me know what you guys think about this. And of course, say me a team Jamaica all day, every day. You understand what I say? But we still have to understand, say the coach have to do what Nike say. Well, him not have to do what them say, but of course, them have some form of deal and contract. So, I saw the thing go. Anyway, as I say, people, me make you know what going on, you see me? So we're going to move on to Tanya Stephens' topic now. Now, Tanya Stephens was doing an interview and basically start to let people know, say, yo, a dancehall artist did hold her down and actually take it while she was 17 years of age, you understand? She put a lot of trust in that person and thing, even though she never named out the artist, but we know for one, say, it's a popular dancehall artist. A lot of persons look up to him, big him up and, say, yo, this man is a great man and him is a good man and this and that. So that are the most she actually give in at the interview. But she also speak on, the experience and, all the political things. So I'm going to leave you know that Instagram live. But before we do that, as usual, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to share it. And also subscribe if you're not subscribed and turn the notification bell on. Bless up on yourself, people. Keep safe. I'm out.
The first time I got raped,
Oh God.
I look like I'm coming from church. Yeah, I can talk about it now. Honestly, it took a while to be able to say that without flinching.
Oh.
And it was somebody I trusted. It's not it wasn't strangers who hurt me. This is somebody I trusted. So I was just coming in the music business. And I was coming from the country, moved to Kingston. I was brought to my sister's house first as a babysitter for her daughter, my niece. And in the process of babysitting, she ended up sending me to a fashion design school in Hertfordshire in Kingston. And I would go to school in the morning. I dropped my niece at her school, and then I go to my school 3 days a week, and then I go back to my niece's school and wait until her school is over, and then I bring her home. And I started on the mornings that I didn't have school, because it was only three days per week school. I started searching around for a studio to go to. This is when I was just trying to break into the industry. And I found one at the top of Maxfield Avenue in Kingston, near Hertfordshire. New Name Music, Kester Brown Studio. Miss Dawn Henry was there at the time. And I started going there. Now, there was one artist there. Now, at the time, there were three big artists, really huge artists in Jamaica. Shabba Ranks was the king. Pacha was the queen. She was next to Shaba. And then there was another guy in next in line. Um, and he became my mentor. He became my mentor, and he used to call me his little sister, and I believed it. I really believed it. So at one point when I turned 17, my big sister who I was living with said she didn't realize I was that young. She thought I was like turning 20 or something. So turning 17 meant I couldn't go to the studio anymore. I was devastated because that was the only thing that in my life that was actually good.
Right.
And I went to the studio one last time and I told them, like, listen, I can't come anymore. My sister has forbidden me. This is it for me, guys. It was really nice. And my mentor said, no, man, you want me to come talk to her? And I'm like, you would? No, my sister, my auntie, every woman in my family loved him. So I was like, yo, surely if him come and talk for me, my good.
Yeah.
My most good. So he said, yeah, man, of course, we'll come and talk to your sister. I'm like, oh, cool. So that evening, he brought me home and he sat and he talked to my sister. And he took responsibility for me. As she said, she didn't think it was safe for a young girl my age to be out, which is it is a good concern, and I appreciate it. And he took responsibility, and she trusted him, and she gave me permission based on his taking responsibility. Shannon, when that man first of all, he never made an advance. He only spoke of me as his little sister. He never made an advance, never, not once. And I say that many times to reinforce the fact that there's no indication that there was any thought of that in his mind.
Yeah.
So he was moving house. At the time, I was fresh from the country. I don't know Kingston. I didn't know the geography of Kingston, right? And this is me just talking about how easily we accommodate rape culture in Jamaica. So he was moving house. And I'm fresh from the country. I've never been a dunce. I wouldn't say I'm exactly naive, but I was ignorant of some ways of people. And like he'd done many times before, he offered me a ride home. So on the ride home, then he said he had to drop by his new place. Everybody knew he was moving. And he said he wanted to stop by his new place real quick and drop off something. Now, if I had known the geography of Kingston, I would have known something was wrong. Because my home was on the way to his new place. This is what I realized afterwards when I got to know Kingston well. So he said he wanted to drop it. And I was like, sure, why not? Why would I say no to you stopping along the way to drop off something at your place when this is your car and your ride? What is this? Shandy. Oh, cool. Cheers. I have Shandy.
I love Shandy. I just drank all of my Shandy off last week. Had to come get my because my phone was.
This is nice.
Go ahead.
This is nice. So he was going to stop by his place, right? To drop off something at his new place that he's setting up. And he drives to the place and he stopped outside of it. It's kind of like I've not been able to go back there to look. Because psychologically I just couldn't handle it. But it's kind of like it looked like a cross between a townhouse and an apartment building. And he stopped outside of it on the curb. And I was sitting in the car and he jumped out and he started to run toward the building. And then he stopped and he looked like he was thinking and then he came back and he said, so you don't want to check out the place? And I was like, okay. And he was like, yeah man, come check out the place and you can give me some pointers and tell me what you think and what we can do with the place and stuff like. Come in man. And I was like, oh cool. This made me feel valid because I really was his little sister. I was a part of his process and he wanted my opinion on his place and I was like, cool, I can't lie. I was impressed. I was affected because it felt like, yeah, this person actually saw me as an equal, as a part of his circle.
Yeah.
And I went. On the outside, at the landing in front of his door, there were some people see there's a balcony, a little railing. So some steps going all the way up the building, and on the landing in front of his door, there were some people. I can't tell how many people, maybe about four people. There was a woman there too. And I said, good afternoon, and we went in the door. When we went inside of the door, he locked the door. And that made me kind of pause a little bit. I was like, well, but then I thought to myself, oh, Kingston, you know them still pure criminal.
Right.
Pure criminal. So he locked the door, and then he started to show me around. Girl, when we reach the bedroom, it's a full-on assault. Full assault. When I see this man speaking, and when I see Jamaica big him up sometimes and they act like he's such an upstanding citizen, oh, he's a Christian man, he's a nice guy, I go bonkers. Because you see, no matter what nobody tells me, I know my experience. I was there, he was there, he knows my experience. We know what happened. Child, I defend myself. I was about 95 pounds. It's a big diesel man. Thick, so muscle, nobody fat. And when he start beat me decide, all right, you don't have to beat me. Me give up. Me ball for help, you know. I scream for help, me ball for rape. People outside the door. You see me scream and ball for rape and me know you nobody answer. You just stop. Because what me I do? Wait until he kill me? Me I get real licks. So me stop fight. Me stop fight. And that continued for hours. For hours. I was locked inside of his new place that he was moving into and just violated for hours. And when him done, him hold me and lead me to the bathroom, put me in a shower himself and bathe me. No evidence, no left. Me get a proper scrub. Proper scrub. Who me did I go report him to? Remember me come there voluntarily, you know? Remember my ball for help and my ball for rape and nobody answer, you know? So who me da report him to and who was gonna be my witness? Remember this is a man who is adored by the 14 parishes and the diaspora. Who may I report him to? Me I want upcoming artist. You hear what them say about the girl them are going near Big Bill Cosby? So who may I report him to? Me an idiot. Now let me tell you the dialogue I had going into that experience. My big sister was a senior teacher at Ocherous High School and I used to live with her. And I used to hang around her and the other teachers. And one of her co-workers was the daughter of a judge, a magistrate. And I heard her say to the other woman, her daddy told her and her sister, if they got raped, do not go to the police, come to him. Because if they go through the system, they're going to be raped repeatedly by the system. That was the one dialogue I had in my head of reporting rape. I would never go to the police. Not with that in my head. And that was a judge. So I went home. With the conversation. Now listen, when he finished and he made me bathe, you know, and put me in one big t-shirt, his t-shirt, I had on a big old t-shirt. And I was just sitting in a corner. Hug my knee and just a ball. My ball until no tears now come like me dry. And he asked if I wanted to go home and I said no. Because me never want to leave out until night. Me never want nobody see me face. Like I felt dirty. I felt ashamed. I felt guilty. I felt like shit. And I knew that people were there when I went in. And I was hoping that they couldn't remember my face. And if I came out in the darkness, they wouldn't be there. And nobody would see me and I could just go home in anonymity. When I went home, I went to the shower again. And I showered. I have no evidence. I have nothing. Who may I go to? I'm poor. And I went voluntarily. This is why sometimes you see me fight, me argue with people. I'm a fight violent with people where